Araw-araw, libo-libong Pilipino ang nagre-research tungkol sa diet at health. Pero saan nga ba dapat kumonsulta patungkol sa isa sa pinaka-underrated na topic para sa mga Pilipino? Meet Dr. Maria Julia Golyoso Gubat of DOST Food and Nutrition Research Institute o DOST FNRI. Kilala siya sa kanyang mga nailathalang scientific papers na may kinalaman sa nutrisyon, gut microbiome at food systems. Ngayong araw, hindi lamang diet ang ating pag-uusapan. Ang kahalagahan ng proper nutrition, gut health at ang pagiging isang woman researcher ating tatalakayin. Sit back and watch. This is DOST Barkada Specials, Women in Science.
Recently nagkaroon ng interest yung karamihan sa mga population on being healthy, and part of that is yung curiosity ng mga tao to learn more about gut, and there is a sufficient amount of evidence talaga to say that improving your gut health also improves your nutrition, your well-being, no? So when you see that your gut is healthy, ibig sabihin maganda yung balanse ng good and bad bacteria sa iyong gut, and gut is somewhere here, no? So pag sinabi mo maganda ang balanse, ibig sabihin yung presensya or yung amount ng good bacteria ay mas marami siya kaysa dun sa bad bacteria. So, what promotes? Paano ba papadadamihin itong good bacteria to? So, makakatulong talaga dyan is the type of food that we are eating. Maybe you have heard a lot about probiotics and prebiotics. Ito yung mga usual na term na na-encounter natin when people are looking into things that would promote healthy gut, no? So, klaro lang natin, ang probiotics, ito yung mga live bacteria. Live bacteria sila, dinadagdag mo siya sa bacteria na nasa gut na natin talaga. When we talk about prebiotic, ito yung pagkain ng mga good bacteria na pwede natin isupplement sa kanila. So, saan makikita yan? Una natin silang makikita sa mga pagkain na mataas sa fiber and resistant starch. Pag sinabi mong fiber, ang maiisip mo agad dito, ito yung mga gulay, prutas, oats, the rolled oats, not the instant ones, and also mga pagkain like kamote, saba, lalo na yung medyo hindi pa gaanong hinog na saba, saging yun, ano? So, yun ang mga pagkain na mataas sa prebiotics. So, when you eat that, you're actually feeding the good bacteria in your gut. So, pag masaya sila, busog sila, may pagkain sila, they tend to be healthier, and they promote the growth of good bacteria also. Food pyramid is a translation of the recommended amounts in terms or translated into food for a day. Pag translate mo yan into a per meal recommendation, bawat kain sa ugahan, sa tanghalian, sa hapunan, doon ang ating pinggang Pinoy. Yun ang translation. So, sila ay dalawang magkaiba pero magkadugtong na visual tool. Bawat araw, ang pinggang food pyramid at ang pinggang Pinoy naman ay sa bawat oras ng kain. So, ang kanilang pagkakaiba. That's a very interesting question kasi what we typically notice sa ating mga Pinoy na mamimili, hindi tayo ganong mahilig magtingin ng nutrition facts noon sa likod usually yan ng pakete ng isang pagkain, and I think it's timely to promote and to encourage people to actually read that. Pag titingnan mo, marami sa mga pagkain natin na naka-pack ay meron doon minsan sasabihin niya amount per serving dalawa. Pag sinabi mong dalawa, amount per serving is 2, isang serving niya ay enough. And that's the amount of calories na makukuha mo. Di ba may calories doon? So per serving, amount per serving means sa bawat serving or portion na kinain mo doon sa loob ng isang pakete, ito yung makukuha mong calories, protein, and other nutrients na nakalista doon. Alamin mo muna, ikaw nga ba ay overweight? Ikaw ba ay nasa normal BMI? Or ikaw ay underweight? After that, pag nakita mo na nalaman mo, paano mo muna malalaman yon? Ano? So, of course, may mga ngayon may mga online calculators na. So, pag in-input mo ang iyong weight, at yung height, makakalculate na yung BMI. So that's actually very handy, no? So if you don't have the means to really see a nutrition counselor, yung atin namang mga BMI calculators, for as long as it is provided by a credible institute or organization, you can use that naman. So what is the next step to do? The next thing that you should do is actually seek guidance from a professional, from a nutrition counselor. So mas maikakaigi pa rin, mas makakatulong sa isang tao to really see a professional. So meron tayo, maraming nutritionist na rin sa ating bansa. Sa FNRI mismo, meron kaming nutrition counseling services na ino-offer for free. Isang nutritionist ay bibigyan ka ng meal plan at advice. This is how we advise you to go along and eat these kinds of food recommended for you based on your timbang, based also on your energy expenditure, and based on your physical activity level as well. So, maraming considerations na ganon. When I started at FNRI, my research interest started with understanding appetite, how it interacts with nutrition. No? So, I initiated studies on understanding bakit nga ba ang tao ay nakakaramdam ng busog at ano yung mga clinical explanation on and how it relates to proper nutrition. So those are parts of my initial studies, and then I shifted my interest on gut microbiome, and then I moved now in current years my interest is on food systems, assessment of the food system. So I wanted to understand better and have an evidence on how could we actually generate information that could drive policy level discussions. When I started with my career in research, I had a lot of fears kasi pag matatalino lang ang research. So parang I thought hindi ko siya yata. Hindi ako para doon kasi pag matatalino yon at parang araw-araw ka nag-thesis, di ba? Pag nasa research ka, parang laging may problem, laging may objective, at laging may methods to actually understand yung research question mo. But I think as time went by, I realized na napakahalaga pala ng research kasi napakahalaga ng ebidensya para mas maipaintindi mo sa mga tao kung ano ang mga policy directions at ano ang mga dapat na ginagawa. Kasi kalaban din natin ngayon in the recent years yung misinformation. Diba? So lalong naging mahalaga para sa akin yung role ng science and research. So, ang dapat lang siguro is yung curiosity mo lagi and also, I think, acknowledging the fact na hindi mo pa alam lahat ng bagay. No matter how far you've come and no matter how many researches you have already done. As young women who are considering science as a field, no? So, I would encourage you to be brave and have that desire, kahit maliit na fire in your heart, to really want to contribute. And I know that being women, we care more, we care deeper, no? So I think that's my advice. Do not be afraid to ask questions. Be brave and take the challenge. It's a lot of questions out there. It's a world full of questions. So, I am sure that yung passion natin, yung desire natin as women, no, and our innate ability and our innate desire to help and to give something to the world, that will get you there. And yun lang. Always be inspired.